Hello and welcome to Base Plate Reviews. Today I wanted to talk about a couple of things. So we've had the official reveal of the new LEGO Modular for 2026, Shopping Street. Wanted to talk about that one, why I won't be buying it, why I won't be adding it into my city behind me just there. On top of that, it looks like in North America, at least on lego.com, we've got a couple of hidden gifts with purchase. Bit of an odd situation, so I wanted to talk about those that are available. And in with all of that, I wanted to talk about the best time to use your LEGO Insiders points. So before we get on with it, like, comment, subscribe, leave comments in the box below if you've got anything to say, if you want to get into the discussion. And with that, let's get into it. Let's look at this Shopping Street Modular.
Okay, let's get straight into it and look at this new modular. So Shopping Street coming out on January 1st. It says January 4th there, but you're all going to be LEGO insiders and available to get it from the 1st. So this is Shopping Street 11371, 250 US dollars, 250 euros, 230 British pounds, and 350 Canadian dollars. 3,456 pieces. So you can't argue with it from a value point of view, at least. But I'm just going to come out and say it. I just don't like it. I don't like how it looks pretty much whatsoever. Gives me real vibes of a Creator 3-in-1 set, and that is actually Main Street. So this one here. So look at this shaping, even the colors and stuff. Got a music store just down to the side. Not sure if it's the same designer. I will look that up and put it up on the screen if it is the case. Haven't seen anyone else make that comparison, but you start looking at this, and yeah, similar vibes all around. I just don't think it matches up to the Tudor Corner from last year. I don't think it matches up to the Natural History Museum. I know that was a base plate and a half set. Uh, Certainly, I think that from a value perspective, these are always really nice builds, loads and loads of pieces. I think that this is the second most pieces, or the most pieces, I should say, outside of those base plate and a half sets. So the Natural History Museum, the Assembly Square. So you can't argue that. I just, don't really like much about this whatsoever. Certainly, the minifigures don't do a lot for me. They shouldn't be the focus of a modular. They really shouldn't. But outside of these two kind of marching band figures, the majorettes, just here, the kids, I think that the rest of these are doing basically nothing. We get a pigeon, been available in a couple of sets, pigeon or a dove, however you want to say it, little rat there, but basically, who cares? Uh, Outside of that, of course, Lego have used their renders instead of actual photographs again for some of these. That's just what they do. That's one of those things. I do think that the obsession with having to fit a bathroom, a toilet into the Lego modulars isn't great. I've seen some other reviews which have basically said the same thing, that this isn't a great design choice, how this is straight off of the living room straight into there. Uh, you know, yeah, it just really isn't doing a lot for me. Probably the closest kind of modular to it, I would say, is the boutique hotel in terms of some of the shaping. So we've got that dome kind of shape at the top there. This is one that I didn't pick up, got no intention to pick up. Don't think I can anymore. It looks like that this is sold out along with the jazz club that's retiring at the end of this year. Another one that I didn't pick up, but I'd picked both of these up ahead of Shopping Street. Like I say, I don't think it matches up very well at all with something like the Tudor Corner. I did see somebody, it may have been Tiago Catarino's review, where he was like, oh, it elevates the other ones around it when you put it together. Does it elevate them because it looks worse than all the other modulars, so they all look better in comparison? I don't think that's quite what he was saying, but it's one of those things. It for me, it looks a little bit like a fan designed thing, even in terms of like the printed element here, Brickley's for the name of the store down here, like that's the kind of name that fans come up with. There's nothing wrong with that. If this was a fan design, I'd go, oh, that's really great mock. But I think that we expect an elevated level when it's actually Lego doing it themselves. What this reminds me of a little bit, so we've got two separate buildings, is actually the Italian Riviera set from earlier this year. So this has a couple hundred less pieces than that, and it is $50 more. But I think that this just looks outright better. Look at the design of this. It's so fun. And I just don't get a lot of fun with this one. It's perfectly perfunctory. It'll do the job if you collect the modular sets. then absolutely go for it. I believe that the gift with purchase that's due to come out with this is going to be available even if you don't buy this specifically, you just spend certain threshold. So if you're really keen on that gift with purchase but don't want to get the modular, you can still get that, which is great. Yeah, I'm just not feeling it. I don't know what your thoughts are. Are you definitely going to purchase this? Are you avoiding it? So I actually save up my insiders points throughout the year with the intention that maybe I'll pick this up. So I had about 250 Canadian dollars, which would have gone a long way to picking this up. I actually used it to buy something else last night, and that's because there are actually three gifts with purchase available at the moment in North America. So the only one that's being advertised is the winter gazebo, and it says that it's available with purchase of 195 Canadian dollars or more. A really nice little kind of winter set. See all of this. Nothing else is being advertised, but I worked out that when I spent $25, I got the Ninjago City Markets or micro Ninjago City Markets. Would have been nice to get Ninjago City Markets for $25. So that's getting added. And also, when I spend $120 or more, I was getting the Magic Maze added. So I've got all three of these added in as gifts with purchase. You do get gifts with purchase when you use your insiders points. And actually, that's the best time to use insiders points. Don't use them when it's double points or quadruple points on things because you don't get the points if you use your insiders points. You only get those points when you spend your money. So instead, use it when you can stack up multiple gifts with purchase. Obviously, when you've got enough insiders points, that's the perfect time to use it. So I've been able to get uh, this set, the Megapolis City 5th Anniversary Monkey Kid set that I've been hankering after for a little while. I think it's just a lot more fun than the shopping street, the modular. I'm going to be able to integrate this really well with my Chinatown section of the city. I've got the City of Lanterns set, which basically is a companion set to this one. Absolutely amazing selection of minifigures as well. When we get to that, look at this. Just absolutely stonking. I just yeah, I don't know why I hadn't picked it up already. I don't think it's quite as good as the City of Lanterns, but for I picked this up. I've got this in British pounds here, but I picked this up for basically all of my insiders points. So 250 Canadian dollars, three gifts with purchase on top of it. I'm really pleased. Let me know what you think. If you think this was a better deal than picking up the shopping street for 350 Canadian dollars. But yeah, just a bit of an oddity that we're getting the three gifts with purchase instead of just the one. Like I say, if you go to lego.com, the only thing that's showing is the winter gazebo. But definitely, if you go and order stuff right now, you can get the Magic Maze and the Micro Ninjago City Markets as well. An awful lot of sets are sold out or on back order on lego.com at the moment. It is absolutely crazy. Looks like Lego is the hottest product on the market. Not surprised. You know, we're all Lego fans. That's what this channel is about. Obviously, I'm a big Lego fan, but there's some missteps that Lego have been making. So, a bit surprised it's quite as hot as it is. But I suppose people want what they want, and they want Lego right now. But yeah, let me know what you think. Are you going to be picking up Shopping Street? Do you think that it is worth it? That this is up to the standards of previous modulars? Interesting design choice with making the box that kind of vertical rather than horizontal design. I suppose just one of those things. It's no different, same parts in the box. But like I say, let me know what you think, whether you're going to be purchasing this. If you're not going to be purchasing it, why not? Do you not like the design? Is it just too expensive coming up straight after Christmas and you're going to be getting it a bit later on? Uh, I'll probably be making some purchases in the new year and I'll probably get the gift of purchase as long as it isn't tied to this one, because I think there's some friend sets that look pretty good. There's some city sets, which I'm pretty hot on as well. Uh, Let me know if you're going to be picking up any of those coming up soon as well. But with that, I'll leave you and say, as always, be good.